What is the meaning of life?
The answer is... Man, I love this job. That shit never gets old.
Paradigm is a rare game. You play as the sexiest incel, Paradigm, who is trying to stop a nuclear meltdown in the made-up country of Kruj, all while the sloth who vomits candy bars is trying to kill you using sentient water coolers.
If you're lucky, I'll let you lick my nipple nozzles.
If that doesn't pique your interest, I don't know what will. Probably this. Paradigm has unique characters, writing, and visuals unlike any other game, but it's kind of a shame that no one knows about it. The only relevant video I could find was a Let's Play from Jacksepticeye in 2017, and the reason for its irrelevancy is because it's a point-and-click adventure game. The point-and-click genre was highly popular in the late 1980s and early 1990s. However, the genre sort of peaked, which is signified by the 1998 release of Grim Fandango released by LucasArts. The primary gameplay loop of the genre was finding items to unlock abstract obstacles that would be in your way, and most of the time you were rewarded with more plots or told a hilarious joke.
Do you get tea breaks?
Yes, actually. Frankly, it's the only thing I won't complain about. I freaking love tea. Refreshing like water, but a little more satisfying, you know? Like a treat, but one that doesn't make you feel fat. Of course I don't have breaks. I'm an enslaved, mutated octopus in a vending machine.
Secret of Monkey Island had a fantastic joke where you had to give this random troll on a bridge something that...
I want something that'll attract attention, but have no real importance.
And of course you don't understand the riddle, so you have no idea what to do. So you just give him everything in your inventory, hoping something works. Then you give him a red fish and he says, "Ah, a red herring!" You get to pass and the troll takes off its mask to reveal that he's just a random dude in a troll costume. No further context needed. Moving on. These games can be infuriatingly tedious, but I can't deny how charming their writing is. What happened to the genre as a whole was that future developers of point-and-click games, when given better technology, improved their graphics and maintained the genre's interesting writing. However, the gameplay remained tedious and mostly unchanged, and meanwhile, the developers of other genres got much better at creating advanced games with already good and varied gameplay and vastly improved storytelling. Also released in 1998 were games like Metal Gear Solid, Half-Life, and Ocarina of Time. Those games have great stories with more interesting gameplay. And simply put, the point-and-click genre couldn't compete. They weren't able to evolve, barring stuff like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and a bunch of walking simulators. Therefore, companies weren't willing to put their assets into making those games, and the genre slowly died. Even Telltale, the only big modern point-and-click developer, couldn't keep up without using well-known IPs, and more or less closed down in 2018. The genre, politely speaking, is niche as fuck. Despite the decline, the point-and-click genre still maintains a loyal fan base and continues to produce high-quality games, exclusively in the indie scene. Games like Stasis Bone Totem, The Case of the Golden Idol, Unavowed, and of course, Paradigm. Which showcases the unique strengths of the genre, such as well-written original storytelling, intricate puzzles, and the most compelling part, distinctive art styles. These games have always been at the forefront of both character and environmental design. Paradigm's art style is the first thing you will notice about this game. The setting is brought to life through a blend of surreal and grotesque visuals. The characters are bizarre yet endearing, and the environments are richly detailed. The character portraits are perfect for YouTube thumbnails. Just so gosh darn clickbaity. This unique art direction not only sets Paradigm apart from other games, but also immerses players in a world that feels both alien and a little too relatable.
Oh, mate, what do you got me for?
You know why.
Yeah.
And then there is the sheer imagination behind some of the artwork, like going to Paradigm's little poorly managed music shop. There's so much detail put in that you can easily imagine Paradigm standing outside trying to sell some music, petting his adorable vodka-drinking puppy, waiting for hours as no one shows up, and then going home to cry. So, it's not just unique, disturbing, and funny art, but it's done at a level of detail that really stimulates your imagination. When talking about narrative, there are three key aspects to consider: the plot itself, the characters that drive the plot forward, and the overall message behind the plot. I'm not going to spoil the plot, so don't worry about that, but the main appeal to the game are the characters. As an example, the beginning of the game starts when your AI friend John 3000 requests that you get a floppy disk to reset the nuclear reactor that will explode unless otherwise.
I don't want any news from sweaty sandwich men tonight unless they look like sexy, sweaty ladies.
You go to the local drug addict because he's the only person with the floppy disk. Of course he wants drugs. So you go to your local drug dealer and he won't even let you through the gate unless you bring the severed head of a police officer. Fair enough. You go see the caped crusader cone man and you put the fear of God in him by making a cone fly in the sky so he can saw his wife's head off with a serrated spoon. You then present this horrible visage and the drug dealer lets you through.
Well, come. Bitch.
And it all leads to seeing who the drug dealer actually is. And I will once again point to how visually distinctive all of these characters look. There's just something about them that really piques my interest. What the fuck is going on inside the developer Jacob Janurka's head? In what god-forsaken world did this man take this Mad Max looking motherfucker and say to himself, oh, I know, I'll give him this really cute cupcake sprite art that looks really well done. Huh. Well, you can actually hear his response. Yes, in every single frame, you can listen to developer commentary in this dope animated head. It gives you a clear idea on where Jacob was on a creative level when making his art. The world of Paradigm is super detailed, with every little thing adding to the game's vibe. From the quirky folks living there to the interactive environments, everything has its own story and reason. You're not just playing a game, you're stepping into a whole new world. Everything in Paradigm has a purpose and a backstory that just begs you to explore and figure it out. Whether it's a random object or a bizarre character, there's always something to uncover. The more you play, the more you appreciate how much effort went into creating this universe. It's the kind of game that makes you want to click on everything, talk to every character, and take in all the quirky details. Here's how much I liked Paradigm. In an absolutely crazy year like 2017, considered one of the best years in gaming, Paradigm sits at number 4 on my personal rank. Paradigm has a vibe that most other games would kill to have. It's a game at the top of a genre. This game comes from the heart, and you feel it in every line of dialogue, every character portrait, every joke, and every chill 80s synth track. And every chill 80s synth... And every chill 80s...
And every chill 80s synth track
that sneaks its way into your ears. It's a game about creativity, expressed through a confining genre, portrayed through its creativity. Paradigm is a top-tier game that does not deserve to be swept away into the gaming abyss and shall acquire both your attention and your respect.
Let us never speak of this again.